Hi, it's James here from Totally Wild UK, and today we're going to be looking at mushroom spore flowcharts. It sounds a bit weird, but this is the thing that people do when you go out with foragers and they pick up a mushroom and they turn it around in their hands, rip it in half, give it a smell, stuff like that. These are the things that they're doing, whether they're doing it consciously or unconsciously. What we're going to look at is the cogs of how they identify, and we've called it a mushroom spore flowchart. So we're going to take a look at the russulas or the brittle gills using the spore flowchart, and how we can get down to identifying those by step. So we start by asking a couple of questions. So we go to our start the flowchart. It's not a mushroom with a spongy underside. It's not grown out of wood with a spongy underside. It's not jelly-like. So it is a stem, a cap. And then we turn the mushroom upside down and we're going to ask, does it have true gills or gill-like ridges? So gill-like ridges are like the folds on a raisin, and true gills are like the pages of a piece of paper. So we're going to say it has true gills. So we go to the next thing, do a spore print. So to do a spore print, we'd cut the cap off and put the mushroom with the gills facing down on a piece of paper like this, on a piece of black and a piece of white paper, and see what colour spores it drops over 24 hours. For this one, it's going to drop white to cream spores. So we go to the next page, page 22. And then we ask the first question, does it have a central stem? Is the stem coming out the cap in the middle of the mushroom? For this one, we'd say yes. Next question we're going to ask is, does it have intermediate gills? So this is when you've got gills coming from the centre to the edge, and intermediate gill, as you can see on this picture, pops up halfway up the cap and goes to the edge. So it doesn't start at the stem. Now, interestingly for russulas, not all of them, but the very large majority of them, they don't have intermediate gills. So we'd say this mushroom doesn't have intermediate gills. Just by answering those couple of questions, we're going to get down to the russulas. The brittle gills, good number of these are edible, and there's some to be wary of, but we can go into more detail on the actual specific IDs for each of the mushrooms. And that's it, 4 or 5 steps to get down to the russulas.